The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie show on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is Free Kicks. So, Adam, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
I don't want to do this to you right off the top, but I'm going to because I know you're going to make fun of my Liverpool boys later. So here's some audio from yesterday's Chelsea match. Would you like to hear it?
I guess so.
Here we go.
As you said earlier, Michael, Darren England's every chance. Oh, what a mistake off the four. Calvert-Lewin puts it in. Looks across to see if the goal's going to stand, and it looks as though it will. A moment of suicide, really, for Chelsea.
Oof, that was a rough one yesterday.
Yeah, very strange. Very strange, especially after such a great week.
Yeah, they were doing so well. But, well, this is one of the things that we're going to discuss today because it's time for Free Kicks.
And now, Free Kicks. Free Kicks with Illinois Youth Soccer Association's Director of Coaching, Adam Howarth, and Rick Kemper.
So, back in the saddle again. We've been off for a few weeks, but, it's the holiday season and, everyone's busy, right?
Of course.
Everyone's been busy except for Liverpool, who apparently don't play soccer anymore. Just forgot how to play, and all of a sudden suck. They're so bad. I watched their game yesterday, and it was just painful to watch.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking down the table. I keep looking. Oh, there they are. They're in 8th place.
I know.
It's craziness.
Yeah, and that was against Sunderland, and it was in Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Chiesa, who dramatically cleared that one off of the line, it could have been another defeat, which would have not been good. But here's the crazy thing. Now, again, I'm always a glass half full guy here.
Yeah.
Liverpool, 22 points, 8th spot. 4th place, Chelsea, 24 points. You're still only 2 points out of a Champions League spot.
Well, that is true. And there's a lot of talent there that apparently is being completely used badly by Arne Slot.
Well, the German scored, so that's a positive.
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
It was taken away from him. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. Well, at least he got one in the net.
Yeah. No, that's true. Florian Wirtz had a goal briefly for a few moments, and then they changed it to an own goal. But still. All right, so let's talk about Chelsea because you mentioned that they were they had a good week. They're still in the top 4.
Yes.
And they've been playing well in the Champions League and all sorts of things. So,
yeah, and again, not to harp on the whole thing, but this is where I think all of us as fans get frustrated because we knew this game was going to be a high intense game, and it was a tough one coming off the Arsenal game, coming off the Barcelona game where they played so well, and then he messed around with the lineup again, changed the center backs, and that goes back to your clip. Yep. When you change the center backs, and you know how much I think about center backs, if you start messing around with that, it disjoints the team, it messes things up, and just wasn't quite the same. Robert Sanchez, he looked like a world beater the other day. Now he looks like he hasn't played goalkeeper before. So it's just it's again. It's all about personnel, getting the right people in the right places. So he's still trying to figure that out, and hopefully he'll do that sooner rather than later.
I heard a new chant, and I've tried to find it online, and I couldn't find it, but about Sanchez and from the Chelsea fans. And it basically is, we thought you were crap, but you're not that bad.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny you say that because I was talking about that I think it was yesterday to somebody. I said, it says, Robert Sanchez, you were shite.
Okay.
Now you're all right.
That's it. That's it.
Basically, that's it. And he definitely has improved. There's no question in my mind. He made some fantastic saves during the week.
He did.
No question. So I think the fans are definitely getting behind him and getting behind the team. Just disappointing that they just didn't match the intensity that Leeds, because Leeds brought it. It was their World Cup final for them, so they brought it.
Yeah.
And again, at 2-1, we were getting back into it, and then obviously we Mickey Mouse with the ball at the back, and then
Yeah,
it's up 3-1.
that was a painful one.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our Liverpool and Chelsea out of our system. Let's talk about the teams that are doing really well.
Yeah.
Arsenal still has a commanding lead. Now they've had some pretty significant injuries, and they are trying to make their way through it. But they've got a 5-point lead on Manchester City, which apparently is their top rival. But also, I don't know, after not scoring at all for the first 4 games of the season, how about Aston Villa now firmly into 3rd place?
Unbelievable. Yes, absolutely. I mean, not to tease it, but it could be a game to watch this week. They are the team in form, finding ways to win. They are doing very, very well. And finding lots of opportunities to score some goals. They struggled a little bit against Wolves, but sign of a good team. Ended up winning the game. So definitely they're the team that have kind of figured things out. And I didn't see the game because obviously there's so many games going on yesterday. But
Right.
4-3 thriller against Brighton and Hove Albion yesterday. So that was a good result for them.
That is true. What do you think the change has been in them from earlier in the season? I mean, obviously they figured out how to score some goals. That's a big deal. But were they just sluggish? Did they just have too much on their plate at the beginning of the year? What do you think it is?
Yeah, I think it's managing the whole Europe thing, right? So obviously playing in Europe as well during the week is always going to be a challenge for a lot of these teams. They did it last year. Now they're doing it this year. They've got a little bit more depth in terms of their squad, and I think he's just figured out a little bit more on the rotations. And I think he feels comfortable with some of the players in the back. Matty Cash seems to be playing a lot more. He's been a lot more consistent in terms of where he's playing and who he's playing. And then he's got his regulars. Although Ollie Watkins has been a bit in and out, but I think for me, the key to all of this, and it could be a key for England, is Rodgers. I mean, so he's been absolutely tremendous. He's kind of stepped up his game and really, really been very, very good the last few weeks, scoring goals when he needs to. He's going to be a player that's really going to make a big difference, I think, down the road.
And whose place does he take on the national team?
Well, that's the big debate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest question they're talking about, whether or not he plays as the 10, whether or not he plays as the 8. I mean, yeah, there's so much competition in those 3 places because you pretty much got a lockdown in Declan Rice as the 6. As for 8s and 10s, you've got a whole bunch of different players. You've got players from all over that, even Cole Palmer coming back into it as well.
Right.
So whether or not he makes it, but it seems like your German friend, Mr. Tuchel, loves him. So if that's the case, then maybe he could be playing. We'll see.
And the number 9 is obviously Harry Kane, right? You don't take Harry out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's an embarrassment of riches for England. So we'll have to figure out how they screwed this up this time around.
Oh my goodness! Don't say that. I know we're getting close to the World Cup.
We are. We'll be talking about that next week. We've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the World Cup. But before we get into the other topics, I want to talk a little bit more about Arsenal.
Yeah. Because
here they sit with a 5-point lead, and they have a very solid defense. I've watched them several times this year. Their defensive shape is excellent. Declan Rice, you mentioned, he's such a key player for them. Mm-hmm. And yet, I don't really feel like I'm watching a team that is going to win the league. I don't know why I feel that way.
It's interesting. I mean, I think defensively they've been very good, and especially the depth. It goes back to this, and we talk about this a lot with the teams. Both of their starting centre backs were out against Chelsea midweek, as well as on the weekend, as well as this past game as well against Brentford, and they've come in and they really haven't. There's no big loss there. Both of them have been very solid. I think for me, it's they're scoring goals off set pieces and different things. They're finding ways to get goals, but they also have players when they do come in make a difference. That's really the biggest thing, because anytime a sub comes in, it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's there. But you've also got Saka as well, who's in the form of his life. I thought he was, along with Reece James, the two best players during the week in that big game. He's playing very, very well. And even when he comes in off the bench, he makes a difference, just like he did this past week, yesterday. And then Mikel Merino as well, a player that they probably didn't expect to score many goals, because they've got players who can do that. So they've got the players now. There's no question, and they've got their strikers coming back. Jesus is coming back to full strength, as well as Kai Havertz is getting closer as well.
So you think they are going to win it?
I think if they don't win it this year, they're never going to win it.
Okay. Well, there's more evidence that they're doing well, and that we can talk about the Champions League standings, because there they are in first place in the Champions League standing. So maybe I'm just, maybe my mind is clouded from previous collapses or something. I don't know what, but they're the only English team really that is doing great in the Champions League. Chelsea is down to 7th. Man City is in 9th. Newcastle is in 11th. Liverpool is down to 13th. Tottenham is 16th. Not exactly impressive.
No, but again, it's all getting in there. They're still maneuvering for places. You're absolutely right. Arsenal right now, on form and results, I don't know if you remember, who did they beat during the week in the Champions League? Oh, yeah, Bayern Munich. So, yes, they did beat them, who were arguably, and if we go back into recordings of previous, these are unbeatable. Bayern Munich, best team ever.
Yeah, I'm not held accountable for anything I've said in the
past. just trying to go back.
That's the best thing about being a pundit, is it doesn't matter what you said previously. You can just take it back.
It's all forgotten. But hey, they won the game. They were the better team over Bayern Munich. They showed it. Great for them. So, no question, they're the best team in the Europe right now, in the Champions League and in the Premier League. But they've got to finish the job. Yep. That's the simple thing. That's it.
All right. Well, we'll see how they do. Next week we're going to talk more about the World Cup. This episode drops on Friday, and that is the day that they are announcing all the World Cup draws. So we'll have more to talk about next week. That'll be the main topic of our show next week.
Yeah.
The stat of this week. You ready for this? So, we like to do a stat. My question to you is, who leads the league in homers? Which sounds like a baseball question, but really? I'll explain. I've been watching announcers. I've been kind of keeping track of the announcers that I think are the biggest homers. The guys who are doing their broadcast for their favorite club, and they just can't help themselves. And I have two that I would like to suggest to you as possibilities. This first one, his name is John Anderson. Do you know who he is?
I do, yeah.
He is with Newcastle, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is a play-by-play of a breakaway in a Newcastle game. You ready for this?
Okay.
Here we go.
Murphy 1-on-1. Jacob Murphy to win it. Just put it in the net.
That's the first one. I just love that one so much. This next one is Fulham. Okay, this is against Chelsea. Fulham against Chelsea. This is a man named Gentleman Jim. Are you familiar with him?
I don't know him.
Okay. Here you can see in this clip, you won't be able to see the clip, but in the clip, Neto from Chelsea takes a bit of a dive. All right, and you'll hear what happens after that. Here we go.
Anthony Robinson trying to work his way past Neto, get up, you. He tried to take Iwobi out. Play goes on. Header back. Yeah. Oh yes! Come on! Come on, Fuller! Harry Wilson. It's Harry Wilson again. Harry the hero. Neto can clear off, flying on the ground, holding his face, you cheat. Harry Wilson from close range. Anthony Robinson.
Another good one.
You enjoyed putting those together, didn't you?
Oh, I just love it. I just love it because the passion, it's like watching a game with somebody that you hang out with at the pub.
Yeah.
You know what exactly. I mean? Because that's how we all talk when we're watching the games. I've been there. I remember when I went to a game at your house and your in-laws were there and Chelsea made a terrible play. And I heard words out of your mouth that I had never heard come out of your mouth before. That was something.
It was that was the Boxing Day fiasco, that's for sure.
It was.
But goodness gracious. Yeah, very upsetting day.
All right, Free Kicks is brought to you by the Illinois Youth Soccer Association.
Illinois Youth Soccer has been proudly serving the Illinois soccer community since 1975 and has a strong history of credibility. Illinois Youth Soccer is a non-profit corporation, official state association and charter member of the U.S. Soccer Federation, administers U.S. Soccer Federation coaching programs, the U.S. Soccer Federation Olympic Development Program, and U.S. Soccer Federation referee programs. For more information, go to illinoisyouthsoccer.org. I do have some Chicagoland news if you have the thing ready.
Of course.
And now, the latest Chicago area soccer news. Soccer news with Coach Adam.
What's happening?
Okay, well, the last couple of courses for the grassroots, for those coaches who are looking to coach in the spring, we've got the last two courses coming up here the middle of December. Go to our website, go to the coaches page. You'll be able to find that. We've got one in Schaumburg, one in Peoria. So for those coaches a little bit south of Kankakee there, you could be able to catch that one. And then obviously the one in Schaumburg as well. It's a blended version. So we do half of it virtually, the other half on the field. So hopefully if you need to get your license, see me about it. We'll be happy to get you squared away. And then our Olympic development program continues to move forward. We've got a busy few weeks. We've got teams going to Indianapolis coming up next weekend.
This is like your busy season for ODP.
This is
right?
This is we're on the pitch, which is great. I mean, and this is the thing. We spend a lot of time doing coaching education, which we really enjoy, but we also get to coach some teams too. So, and I've been lucky to do a few little camps and clinics as well, which is always fun. And it's all indoors too, which is great. So I don't get sunburnt. So I love that. But the nice thing is, so the thing we got coming up, and this is kind of exciting. We'll definitely give you a full report in the new year. January the 1st, we'll be leaving for Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. We're taking 10 teams to compete in the Far West Championships. And what's really exciting about it is that we get to play teams that we never play, states that we never play. Last year, we played Hawaii, which was cool. So cool. Yeah, so cool. So playing Hawaii, Washington, and Oregon, and teams that you just don't normally play. So we're really excited about taking the teams out there. I've got the 2015 boys and girls, so we'll compete as best as we can. Ironically, we did get drawn against Nebraska. Of all teams, we don't want to play Nebraska. We want to play against somebody else. But we've got some good teams there that will also play. Not that Nebraska's not a good team, but different team.
Yeah, we get you. So when is that coming up?
So that's actually right at the first of the year. So I'm actually flying out there on January the 1st, and then we'll compete the 2nd through the 5th. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like fun. That's a kind of a rough assignment, though, for you to have to go to Arizona.
It's really tough to go. Yeah, I mean, I try to do it as best as I can to deal with the weather and everything.
The heat is so oppressive there.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Well,
hey, if you're going to go to Phoenix, go in January. That's for sure.
I hope you do okay, because we're all going to be rooting for you, because we have such a tropical climate here, so we know what it's
absolutely,
like.
Absolutely, yeah.
All
Coldest
right.
day of the year, by yeah, absolutely.
Let's carry on with the show.
Time now to guess the Premier League star.
Okay, this one I think is going to be. I think you're going to get this one. This week's Premier League star is 29 years old.
Okay.
Excuse me. He started his professional career way back in 2013. And that was with a League Two team, Exeter City. Have you ever heard of Exeter City?
Of course, yes. They play at St. James Park, not St. James's Park, St. James Park.
Totally different. That's true. He next played for a team in the Championship, but they're now in the Premier League, and that's Brentford.
Okay.
Right? He was there for a while. Since 2020, he has been with his current team. So he's been there for a long time now. In fact, he's played nearly 200 matches for this team. And he has scored 78 goals. So he's a forward. He's somebody that you know. He is definitely a Premier League star.
Okay, well, that's good. Good to hear. Premier League star.
As a matter of fact, he has played for the English national team. He's got 20 caps for the English national team. He even scored a goal in the most recent Euros. And not just any goal.
Oh, the big goal. The big goal. Absolutely. And would this player be playing with a team that plays in maroon?
It would be.
Okay. And he's currently... they're doing very well in the league.
They are, yeah.
Aston Villa would be the team he plays for.
That would be the team. In
And
Birmingham, right? I believe it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And he is probably the backup to Harry Kane, probably.
I would say so, yes. Despite his wearing number 11.
Yeah, which is messed up. Absolutely. So I'm going to have to go with the very famous Mr. Ollie Watkins.
That's right. Who finally scored
Yes.
this week after having a rough start for this year. But he's solid, don't you think? He may not make the English national team this time around, but he is a solid player.
I think he'll make the team. He's going to be the Harry Kane backup, right? I hate to say that, but he's going to be thereabouts. He's definitely the player that could come in and potentially score a goal if you need one, right? So he's a different player. He can get in behind. He's a little bit quicker. He's kind of your the not quite a Jamie Vardy speed, but he's got that type of speed, right? He just gives a different look. And he's got 6 goals, like you said. The biggest one was arguably when he scored in the quarterfinals to do the job to get. Actually, it was the semifinals.
It was the semifinals, and it was in the 90th minute of that game.
Yeah, and I was watching the game with a bunch of people there too, and I was very upset that he came on. I was like, why are we taking Harry Kane off? And then so that tells you everything you need to know about my knowledge of.
Yeah, I think all of us out here in real land, we would all be terrible if we were put in that position.
Absolutely. Yeah. You don't want to record us, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think he's in the squad. He'll get there. Whether he plays very much, it depends on how well England does. Hopefully, he doesn't have to play very much because England's won their games comfortably. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Now time for Adam's Weekend Soccer TV Tip.
Okay, I think you've already teased it, so
Yes.
I have a pretty good idea what it is, but why don't you let everybody else know?
Yeah, so I mean, we've got some decent games again. It's just so nice to have a full schedule ahead of games, which is great. Unfortunately, for people, you're going to have to wake up a bit earlier for this one because it is the early match. You've got Aston Villa playing at home against the current league leaders in Arsenal, first against third. I mean, this is exactly what you want. It's just 6:30 in the morning. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a rough one. It's a rough one. I mean, we can handle those 9 a.m.s. That's fine. But 6:30, you're half asleep waking up. But
Well, it's a time of year where you'd like to get up and experience the beautiful weather and just appreciate Chicago for all of its glory. So you get an earlier start, and then you can go out there and just enjoy life, suck in life, take it out there, and let the beautiful fresh winter air enter your lungs. This is the time of year that I love living in Chicago.
What the heck have you been taking? Absolutely.
I am on my third cup of coffee.
He's on his third cup.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. You got to get out. But this is the weather for times. This is today. It's not a day to be outside. It's
No.
gonna be for sure. But should be a good one. Got some other nice games. Man City, Sunderland, as well as Sunderland's playing. You never know. They might squeak a win in that one.
Is that at Sunderland or at Man
It's
City?
at Manchester City.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then, another London derby, Spurs, Brentford. It's always good. And, so it should be some good games coming up. But
And Spurs Brentford, that's a return
yes, that's right.
of the coach, right?
That's right, yeah. It's at Tottenham. So, and they've struggled at home recently. So they've been struggling a lot. Brentford, obviously, been struggling a little bit too with results. But, should be a good game.
It's funny that Tottenham has trouble at home in the most beautiful stadium in the league.
Absolutely. It's unbelievable how nice that stadium is. Got to do a tour of that last year with some of our ODP kids.
Yeah, we went by it too when I was in London. It's beautiful.
It was the funny thing. I saw something. I think somebody was making some grief of Chelsea, and John Terry came on and said, "Oh, I'm going to be going to the Tottenham Chelsea game that kickoffs at 5:30," and they told me that at 5:29 they're going to make sure I'm going to be there. I have to be there for 5:29 so I can do a quick tour of the trophy room, and then I'll be back in my seat at 5:30. So I thought that was quite a good one.
Good old John Terry.
Yeah, gotta love it. A little dig into Tottenham. There you go.
All right. So next week we talked about this briefly. We're going to do a World Cup preview.
Yeah,
but I also want to talk to you about the exciting news. I think this is really good news for us.
Yeah.
That Rebecca Lowe from the NBC crew is going to join Fox Sports as the host of the World Cup here in America.
That's going to be really good, really good. And she's such a great presenter. I think
she
she's gonna
is
bring much to it. So yeah, she's the queen of presenters. There's no question about it. And I don't know if you saw this, even breaking news. They've also brought over Thierry Henry.
Okay.
So the big guns are coming in. Thierry is a very good pundit. I don't know if I'm sure you've listened to him on the Champions League. He takes it to a whole different level.
You know, he's very good, but sometimes he's laughed out of the room by the louder people in there. But
yeah. I mean, again, I think we want some intelligent discussion at the World Cup.
Yes, we do.
Thierry's going to bring that. There's no question.
Yes,
he's got so much experience. I mean, he'll talk a little bit about his time with Pep and then his time with Arsene Wenger. I mean, the guy's played for some of the best managers in the world. So why would you not want to?
And he does present with that trademark French arrogance. You know, they like, yes, I know what I'm talking about. Oh, yes, that's Thierry Henry. So yes, sure. I think next week I'm not going to have 3 full cups before we broadcast.
Yeah. I mean, this is only a 30-minute show. You want to keep on going? That's all right.
Bringing the energy. I'm bringing the energy. Free Kicks is brought to you by Green White Soccer Club. This coming year we'll be celebrating our 70th anniversary, founded by 18 young Germans back in 1956, one of which was my father, and I'm still the president of the club. If you want to get involved with our sterling reputation, you can go to greenwhitesoccer.org. We have teams going all the way from 5-year-olds all the way up to 55-year-olds, so check us out. All right, we have people to thank. We need to thank Tony Lasano, our executive producer of the show with Opie Productions. Also thanks to Ed Silla with the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. He is our distributor. And as I mentioned, next week we're going to come back. We're going to do a big World Cup preview, so we will be back again 2 weeks in a row. Can we do this?
Yeah, of course.
Of course we can do it 2 weeks in a row. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Free Kicks.
The proceeding
was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at RadioMisfits.com. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?